Hello, this video is to teach you how to use Flipgrid. You just go to flipgrid.com. It'll then do info@flipgrid.com. The first thing that you need to do is sign up as an educator. When you click on that, you'll want to sign up with Google, and then you'll want to go ahead and use your school email address. And that will allow it to hook up to our LHSOC and students.lhsoc.org. And that will allow it to be where people can't post in your classroom or have access to it outside of our organization. So that's going to be the safest way for our students to access Flipgrid. Flipgrid is an app that they can download on their iPads. As a teacher, I've accessed it through the web, but I've also put the app on my iPad that I can log in and access it that way, just the same way you can access Shobi. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to set up groups, and your groups are going to be your classes. I've already taken some time here to set up my groups, but basically it's the same idea as Shobi if you use Shobi. So you go in and you pick groups, and you can create a group. And once you create a group, I basically just created the groups to match my classes. So I put the period first, and then you can make your join code whatever you want. So I was just making it, be something that would be easy. So P1 Bowers sample. But you can make it be anything that you want. And then that's going to tell you if it's available. And then you're going to click down here and choose if students will join the group using their email or a username. And you want them to choose email because you want it to be something that is connected to their school account. So you're going to click that, and then you're going to click next. Now, because it recognizes my email address as an lhsoc.org, it's going to use that domain, but you're also going to go in and include students.lhsoc.org so that they can access it as well. If you want a guest password, meaning you're going to be showing these videos to someone outside of your class, you put a password in and that protects it for people and they can join. But you don't have to do that, and you can always come back and do it later. So I just waited, and I'm going to do that later because I don't plan on sending any of the videos to the students' families. And then you push next. So once you've created your group, you have the join code here that you can tell your students. You can add a co-teacher if you want. This is a picture that you can edit. And so if you come over to the edit button, it allows you to make edits here. One of the things you can do is you can change active or hidden, whether or not you want it to show up. You can click group followers, allow students to receive email notifications when new topics are created. Most of the time, the students don't like that because they will get a bunch of stuff in their email, but it's totally up to you. And then you can pick an image. So it has a ton. So an art class, you could pick this one. There's nature, people, textures. So for my English class, I picked a book, and then I went ahead and updated the group with that. And then there's options here for actions. So you can duplicate the group, do notifications. There's a lot of things you can do in here. And then share would be the link that you can then copy and put into a QR code or embed it, or Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, or on Remind. Or you can just copy and paste it and put it in an email. I'm going to be putting it on my calendar for my students or in PowerSchool. So the benefit of using Flipgrid is that Flipgrid is going to allow your students to video themselves talking, responding with a video, and they can also respond with selfies. And there's a ton of things where they can add emojis and post-it notes and things. It's very much along the lines of things that they already do in social media. So for me, I am going to utilize this mostly if we're remote, or if I just want to hear the kids give me an answer to something verbally versus writing it. You can set a bunch of parameters that allows you to kind of control what they're doing and who it's shared with. So if I was going to add a topic, for instance, let's say that we're remote when we start and I want to know who they are. I would say, introduce yourself. And then I would just say, make me a video that introduces who you are and something about yourself you want the class to know. I have included my own video as an example. So it lets you also give videos, so they could like look at a video first and then see what you're talking about. So maybe you could do a sample. It's really user friendly. So it allows you to choose the recording time. So if you want it to be short, like they don't need to be more than a minute because you're going to be looking through all of them, then you would click a minute. And that means that that's the limit that they have. They have editing ability where they can splice and edit their videos. There's a ton of options for them. And it's pretty intuitive for students because they already do this in social media. So for mine, I just set a minute. Now you're going to have video moderation, which I encourage. There's a lot of things you can add. You can record your own video. You could upload something you already had. You could upload a YouTube. So if you wanted them to respond to something, you can upload an image or a YouTube video. You could have anything. There's tons of options that you can upload an article from Zella or from Google or something like that, or even a Kahoot, and then they're responding in a video. So I always add an emoji to my videos. So since this is the first thing that we're doing, I just made a school emoji and that came up. Then as I scrolled down, I said that I wanted to set custom access. That's really important. Again, you're going to do the @students@lhsoc.org and create topic. Okay, so now that that is done, it has another link for you for that specific topic. So once they're in the class, any topics or discussions that you post will create a new join code, and that's so that they don't have access to it until you're ready for them to do it. So you'll just push out your assignment as a join code, and then they'll be able to join it that way. So you could go ahead and record a response right there, or you can share a topic. The next thing that you're going to do is go up to the edit button, and you're going to scroll down and make sure that you have everything set the way that you want. So if you're going to add a link, any titles, is it active, frozen, or hidden? You can schedule your dates, so you can make it accessible at a certain time and have an end date on it. You can have notifications for yourself where you're going to get an email every time a video is submitted. You can do it daily, weekly, every new video, or never. Now you're going to start turning some buttons on and off, and this is teacher preference, but I'm not going to allow my students to download and share after creating their video. I don't want what they're doing for my class to be shared anywhere outside of Flipgrid. So I'm not allowing that for them. In addition, I am going to have some assignments where I'm going to make them comment on other people's videos, and so I would allow it. It also shows how many people have watched it. They can do a sticky note, they can add attachments, people can like it, and they can edit it as well. For this particular one where we're just starting out getting to know each other, I'm turning off comments, I'm turning off the view count, and I'm turning off attachment link, and I'm just letting them edit it and put a sticky note, and that's it. So once you've done all of that and with your editing, you just push update topic, and then actions, again, we went over that before, and then share is how you're going to push that out once you're done. Anyways, that's how to use Flipgrid. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have fun with it.